Good afternoon. I am pleased to welcome you all to this afternoon's session, virtual recruitment session, as part of the PASHI Get Hired series. And we have with us this afternoon Kayla Bellamuta with the Learning Lamp. And so we're going to proceed. I have a few or several questions for Kayla that she's going to answer. And then we welcome people to also ask questions if they have them at the end. So welcome, Kayla. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. So we'll just kick it off by having you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with your organization, the Learning Lamp.
Sure, perfect. Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Bellamuta. I am the HR recruiter with the Learning Lamp and Ignite Education Solutions. We are basically a nonprofit organization based here in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. We service everything from families to schools to childcare centers. So we have a lot of opportunity and options available. I have a degree in journalism from Penn State University.
Awesome. So Kayla, what do you find that employees and interns like the most or the best about your organization?
I would say the most I hear that folks like about our organization is the flexibility. We offer a lot of flexibility with our positions. Also, too, the nice part about them is most of our positions are Monday through Friday positions. A lot of those are coveted now. A lot of times you don't see the Monday through Friday position, you see the weekend work. So I would say above all, that is the most that we get from our candidates. Also, too, I think it's the Learning Lamp's integrity. We are really there for the kids. So I think that above all is what candidates most talk about us.
We certainly can't undervalue integrity, nor can you undervalue flexibility in today's world. So
absolutely.
Great. What makes your organization, in your opinion, unique from other organizations of its kind, or perhaps other organizations in general?
I would say, again, with the flexibility, makes it really unique, the Monday through Friday schedule. I think also as well, organization really highlights the fact that this is kind of a great organization to start as a stepping stone. So a lot of times what happens is maybe you'll get out of college and you won't obtain that dream job you were hoping to get. A lot of times those folks will come to us and we offer a great stepping stone for them. And it's a great way to build rapport and build those relationships.
That's great. What is something that most people don't know or would be surprised to learn about the Learning Lamp?
I would say how far we stretch. I would say, they think we're kind of just solely based here in Johnstown, which is not the truth. We go everywhere from Somerset, Rockwood, Chestnut Ridge, Bedford. I mean, we service families throughout. So, and I would say how many families we service in fact, it's over the thousands. So, I mean, that's huge. We're not just a small centralized organization now. It's not just childcare. We've, broadened our horizons to school districts and families and childcare locations as well.
So much larger footprint geographically,
Absolutely.
As well as in terms of industry or service than what people might have otherwise known.
Absolutely, and we're constantly growing.
Good. That's good news, right?
Absolutely.
More growth, more jobs.
That's right.
More service to others. So what is something that you look for on a candidate's resume or in their cover letter?
I would say that one thing that I'm a stickler for is to make sure that they have their most recent job on there. A lot of times I kind of go onto resumes and I see like an old email or an old phone number. And when I try to reach out to that candidate, I can't. That would be one thing that I would say is something I always look for and something that I'm kind of a stickler for, because if I can't contact you, how can I hire you? So that's one thing I really, really look for when it comes to that. Also, I look for your main objective. So where do you want to go? Do you for end goal?
Okay, this is helpful information. This is why we talk to employers, so we make sure that our students and graduates know what you all are looking for.
Yes.
So do you have any tips on what students or applicants should do and maybe also not do in a job interview?
I would say one of the things they should do is definitely come dressed for success. I mean, I definitely think coming in some sweatsuits is not the way to go. Definitely coming more professional and also making sure that you have your resume with you. and you have references as well as your cover letter. I think a candidate coming prepared shows to me that they care about this interview, shows to me that they're going to care about these students that we're servicing as well. I would say things too as far as maybe like should nots. A lot of times folks tend to talk about previous employers. Sometimes they may talk negatively. I would not recommend that. To me, it just seems, is this person going to have a lot of drama? That's something we're not for. We want to have that integrity there, and we want to make sure we're maintaining professionalism at all costs.
Great points. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What opportunities are available for alumni or soon-to-be graduates, maybe even current students with the Learning Lamp?
We have amazing and wonderful opportunities. We always do. We are always constantly hiring for more staff to help with these students because we're constantly growing, as we spoke about before. So we service anything from childcare centers, which would be more your early learning staff. So we also do preschool locations. We also do before and after school programs. Those tend to work a lot with college students, especially just because of the high degree of flexibility and the split shift that they do. So it tends to work where they can come in the morning, leave and go to class, and then come back. Other things as far as school-wise go, we have personal care aides, sub-aides, substitute teachers, custodians. We have quite a bit. And a lot of things people don't know when it comes to substitute teaching is that in the state of Pennsylvania, if you have your bachelor's degree, you can be a substitute teacher. So that's something that's nice as well.
Absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that. And that is a lot of opportunities with your
Oh, yes. We are constantly growing, and we have more and more as they go.
That's why these sessions are so valuable, because again, we're learning what's
Absolutely.
available for our students, even those of us who work in higher ed. So
absolutely.
So what is one piece of information or advice you'd like to leave students and other job seekers with as we end our session today?
I would say, to make sure that you know where you want to head in your career. I oftentimes find that candidates are not sure what they want to do, which is okay. I would say to start off with an organization kind of like us, where maybe you're not necessarily sure if you want to get into education or you want to work with kids, but this is a wonderful way to start out and see if it's something you're interested in. We constantly have our candidates that will come to us that have no interest in really pursuing anything in the educational field. They come to us, they work as a sub-aide, and they say, oh my gosh, I love this. I want to go back and continue my education. So I would say to never count anything out. Always be open to new ideas and always be open to new opportunities, because you never know where it's going to lead you. And don't be afraid to make connections, because building that rapport with people is really what's so important. Sometimes it doesn't matter your education-wise all the time. It's who you know or who you build that relationship with.
That's such good insight. Thank you so much, Kayla.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate you spending time with us today. And is there anything else that you want to add before we close out this session?
Sure. I would just say, if you're interested in any employment with us, to please visit our website, thelearninglamp.org. On there, you can visit our employment tab, and that will show you any current openings that we have. Please apply via email or via website. That's perfect. If you want to touch base with me as well, that would be wonderful. All my information is on that site as well.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that too.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and take good care.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.